Boom. Hello and good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. You are on Recovery Talk with Glenn and John today. Uh, we talked about this a little bit the other day, and I was like, a couple people brought it to my attention, and the topic today is, like, what do you do when you just don't want to do the deal anymore? You want to veer away from recovery, or you want to I'm tired today. I want to go home. I don't want to go to a meeting. I hear the same thing over and over again.
I don't wanna.
I don't want to do that.
I don't wanna.
But here's the gift of that I
Mm.
never knew of. With this guy right here, I have to hear the same thing over and over and over because it doesn't stick right away. So I have to hear the same thing over and over again. And finally, I'm like, wow, I didn't hear that. What? So when we don't want to do the deal or when we're tired, like there's days that I will come home or come from work and I will be tired and I'm like, yeah, I need a meeting. And I'll go to a meeting. So I'm going to leave this and then we're going to open it up, me and Glenn. So what happens for me real quick is when I don't do the deal and I don't want to do the deal, jails, institutions, or death.
Ooh. Wow.
Those three things. And I
Boom.
don't realize the biggest commitment service is that I trust God, clean house, do the steps, and help others.
Yeah.
Help others. And it took me a long time to understand that, to help others. It was all about me. Me. I don't care about anybody else. So, Glenn, good morning, buddy.
Johnny.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, great.
Hey.
Monologue, really opener. And yeah, good morning to you, the viewers. Yeah, we're gonna keep doing it, man. We're getting some nice comments. People are appreciating it, that we're keeping it real and uncut, live. We're not editing nothing. We're just coming straight out. And yeah. I mean, I heard you say it. I don't wanna. I don't wanna.
I don't want to do it.
I don't feel
Yeah.
like it.
Tired.
Let my feelings lead the way, and boy, I will drive that thing off the cliff real fast. If I just say, if I let my feelings lead today, I say I don't feel like doing this or that. It's not going to get done because I'm going to let my feelings lead the way. So, how do we get past wanting to quit? It's a truth. It's a truth about recovery. It's hard. It is hard. It's like getting sober. After we get sober, we realize it was hard, but now that we're learning how to live and persevere and endure and get through these hard, difficult times, and one of them is wanting to quit. I don't want to do this no more. I lack the inability of commitment.
Oh yeah.
In that moment, what am I really committed to? And you see the ticker at the bottom. You can read it.
Yeah.
For our audience.
Yeah.
Either I'm committed or I'm not, and so I have to make up my mind. And I shared it before. I'm on the phone. I'm tying my shoes. I'm complaining to my sponsor that I'm not going to the meeting. As I'm getting ready to get in my truck and go to the meeting, I'm doing all these things and saying, I'm not going. Oh, you got the I don't want us again. You don't want to, huh? So, yeah, Johnny.
A lot of things are coming to mind right now, bro. You have no idea. I wrote them down. Want to hear it? See, all these things that you're just saying, it just popped in my head. So as we're going through recovery, God, as I was going through recovery, I had to understand that it's a process and it takes time. I had to understand now that I've been doing this for a little while. So emotional stages. And on top of that, the reason why I want to quit is because I had to start to learn how to change my behavior, my bad behavior. So it was hard for me to focus on that. I knew my behavior before. It was easy. Anger, resentment, yelling, screaming. That's how I got things done. Now I'm learning to quiet my mind, attack things with new behaviors, and it takes a lot of practice, a lot of emotional stability.
Yep.
Dude, what I can't even tell you how many countless times we've been on the phone. How many times we have been on the phone where I was like, and you were like, take it easy.
Yeah. Well, and I wrote it down. It's a process. Take it easy, behaviors. This is some of the notes that I took, Johnny, and I think this is really great for the audience. We normalized, before recovery, we normalized those behaviors. Want to retaliate or run, which is really just quit. It was my MO. It was how I actually solved problems, by quitting. Because
or getting angry,
right? Because
or yelling or screaming.
What was in front of me was way too hard. I was too afraid to face what was in front of me. Fear of failure. I can't do it. It's too hard. So that would cause anger and frustration. The fear would arise. Then I would either retaliate, get mad at somebody, yell, or run the other way as fast as I could. And so, but we normalized that was seemingly those behaviors were normal. So, but you said it. I mean, jails, institutions are death. It ain't no joke. We laugh, but I mean, come on. So the real truth is, as you said earlier, I mean, okay, so let's say I'm thinking about quitting. Okay, I'm going to quit. Well, what does that look like? That don't look pretty at all. That looks like jails, institutions, or death. That looks like me in the ditch, homeless, with no money, dirty. If I'm lucky, hitting a crack pipe, if I can find some. It's a mess. It's ugly. So what are the alternatives? Where's my focus? And if I'm not committed and my focus doesn't stay to the positive and take suggestions and get around the right people, I remember early on, especially, and even as we continue the journey, this stuff is real. And, we talk about the Lord, we talk about the Bible, listen, God's real, the devil's real, the battle's real. It's just, the battle is so real, and it wants to take me out, completely out of the game. So, it ain't happening. So, not today, maybe tomorrow, but we'll check.
The more you talk about these things, I'll tell you guys, here's the deal. When you're in recovery for a while, you start to hear other guys talk, whether it be you, Glenn, whether it be my sponsor, whether it be people in the meetings. I got to write stuff down because it'll come and go. But for the most part, as we're talking about this, the reason why I didn't want to do the deal in the beginning was because I was emotionally immature. Emotionally immature.
Yep.
I didn't understand that my soul was sick. My spirit was sick. I would justify constantly why it was, I would get defensive on everything. And I didn't want to do it. I wanted to veer away from it. And so now I really try to constantly feed my spirit every morning. I mean, you will send me scripture every morning.
Yep.
See, our God of our understanding, our higher power is the Lord. That's what we have in our lives. And I take Yeah, man. And I send them to other people, but my focus is my spirit and my soul. I try to really focus on keeping that healthy. If I don't keep it healthy and I just go about my own way and I veer away from it, my soul is going to become sick. The next thing you know, I'm going to be making bad decisions that are catastrophic.
Wow. Yeah. And
Just
yeah,
saying.
there's so much there, man. I mean,
A
wow.
lot of meat and potatoes right there.
I mean, listen, writing stuff down, I'm the same way, taking suggestions and because I'm like, oh, look at the butterfly.
Yeah, there you
In the
go.
middle of a conversation. In the
Well,
middle of a conversation. I'm
yeah.
like, oh, you see the butterfly fly by?
I mean,
Oh, were you saying something? Were you talking? And it's crazy.
Hey, I've accepted that. That's okay. That's all right.
Hey.
I've accepted the fact that I'll be talking to you, and the next thing you know,
Huh? Yeah. And I'm thinking, what did he just say?
Yeah.
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 Can you repeat that?
I don't think we're alone.
Hey.
Yo.
No. I think it's very relatable.
I don't think we're alone. I think there's a lot of people out there that can relate to exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah. And you said all those things, and you're talking about emotional insecurity, immaturity, rather, the soul being sick. There's something, Johnny, and I said it 1,000 times, and you said it earlier. Redundancy is a necessity.
Redundancy.
I need to hear it, and I even need to say it
over and over
and over and over. That's just the way it is. And there's something very satisfying. I don't care, man or woman or alike, there's something very satisfying in the persevering and in the enduring and getting on the other side. You see the pain, the wanting to quit, the identifying with that, and then actually doing the right thing, going to the meeting, calling my sponsor, get to the meeting. There's this great reward on the other side, and it satisfies my soul. And I know you all listening. It's gratifying to the soul.
Yes.
And it's just, I always wanted to do the right thing. It's just that I normalized that old behavior. Those things were all normal to me. The MO was run, quit. It's too hard.
It takes time.
Time takes time.
So time, guys, stands for things I must earn. And in the beginning, we want it right away. But there are certain stages. And I'm going to leave you with this. This is kind of weird. I'm going off the track a little bit, but that's okay. That's what I do.
Yeah, rabbit hole.
So a long time ago, a guy told me, he said, recovery is like a tree. You see that tree right there? And I'm like, yeah. He goes, what do you see? Well, okay, see a tree and leaves and all kinds of. Yeah. I didn't understand that the tree had to grow, had to go through different days, had to go sunlight. It's a constant thing, and it takes time for that tree to grow. It's the same thing. It takes time. And so there'll be days where you just don't want to do the deal. Those are the days that I sit down. I'm like, you know what? For me, I know the gift. And the gift is not being immature as far as emotionally immature, understanding that I have to change my behaviors, don't wanting to have my soul sick, stages, process, just the whole gift of just maybe listening to someone, not fixing them. Just listening. Hey, I'm here. I'm here for you, brother.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
hey, redirecting my thinking.
Yeah.
My sponsor, others that went before me. I don't care, pastors, mentors, somebody speaking into my life to help redirect my thinking when it's not going right. This is why it's so important. They say to get numbers and call and file and dial. Man, I'm going to put accountability, Johnny, and I've said it before. I'm going to put accountability right up there at the top. If I don't have, and you've said it in a certain way, if I don't have people in my ear, if I'm not being held accountable, if I don't have 3, 4, 5, at least phone numbers and guys that I'm talking to on a regular basis, I'm not going to make it.
Well,
I can't make it. I can't make it on my own.
But here's the thing, and I have to stress this. I can have 4 or 5 guys that I'm calling, but is their walk Is their foundation a little stronger, or am I just calling to vent with the words? There's no encouragement. It's just a crap show of just bad advice. Bad advice. So
no, we don't ever go down. We don't ever go, for a lack of a better term, we don't ever go down for advice. We always go up.
yeah, so you have
For
to live this.
wisdom.
I told you this before, 15 years ago. The one thing about when I saw you is your walk was, there was something about the way that you were talking, the way that you communicated, the way that you were sharing your experience, strength, and hope. It's just something that I'm like, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but there's something about that dude that just I want to, and I did. And we've been talking for that long now.
Yep.
So I go to people with good advice that is going to give me healthy advice to love me through my craziness. So when it comes down to, and I'll shut up with this, looking at my commitment level, am I committed to recovery or not? I am today, because I want to change my behaviors. I want to change my bad behaviors and nurture my soul.
Yeah. That's yeah, we want to.
I mean,
and we did.
Really.
And it went from I need to, I want to I am.
To I am.
Now I am doing it, and I'm continuing. And guess what? The journey continues. But man, you're so right, Johnny. That's a great a point. It's people, places, things. They said, you got to get rid of all those old people, places, and things in your life. Once you get sober, that's it. Okay, you got to dump the trash. You got to get rid of the trash. Take it out. But what we find out is, and you can leave a bad comment if you want, there's trash inside the rooms. Sorry, there's trash in there.
But I still love them anyways.
Hey, and if that pisses you off, you might be one of them. So yeah, we got to be careful with the people we surround ourselves with, especially early on. We got to make sure, and that comes with sponsorship and the family, the sponsee brothers, or sisters, and we get around, but we got to be careful. And that's interesting, because I can be attracted still to the old ways. We talked about it before. So if we want to grow, I mean, it's good to be sober for a while, and then you recognize, like you say, after a little bit of time, we start to recognize, listen, I'm not okay with watching these movies anymore, or talking like this anymore, or, I mean, I want to grow and change. So it's important, especially early on, because you get around, what is it? Two sickies don't make a welly. I think it was like that.
Here's one for you. You ready for this? All right. You got your glove up?
All
right, there it is. So I didn't understand my whole life establishing healthy relationships.
Boom.
Establishing a healthy network of people in my life that I can go to at any time. This phone does not weigh 500 pounds anymore. It is filled with a lot of people that have a good walk, a good spiritual walk.
Yep.
And I can pick up the phone, and once you start to do that, you start to have healthy relationships, and then you start to go out in the real world and start to have dinner, have gatherings, help out, get involved. Unity. Said it today in our devotion. Unity, service.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to. And once you are in the pack and you're not veered away, strayed where the devil can come and grab you, once you're in like this, it's kind of hard to get away, because your spirit's healthy.
Yeah.
You picking up what I'm putting down?
I have a glove up the whole time. It was there. You couldn't see it. The audience couldn't see it. Yeah, healthy relationships.
Man, so grateful, dude. So grateful. I'm so grateful today that I do that. I do this deal every day from
It takes
the
work.
minute
It takes effort. It takes intentionality.
yeah.
Willingness, teachability, all those things we talk about really in all our videos. They're similar. But this was a good topic because it's, it can speak to, and we hear of stories that guys that have 15, 20 years, all of a sudden they just decide, you know what, maybe I'll have a drink.
This is from one of our viewers that asked for this.
It ain't just newcomers. So what do we do? Yeah, man. So we nailed it. We cornered it. I mean, there's a lot there, Johnny, and
you can go on for days.
You can go on for days. So I just want to make sure that I'm running to God and not from Him. I know it's hard early on because really, and the truth is that I said it before is even though I was a Christian, I was born again, the rooms, the people, sponsorship, that power that I experienced, it wasn't God to me, but it was a strong sense of security, safety. I ran too, as my relationship with God grew, and I became familiar with the Bible, and I started to learn truths about who I am and whose that I am, that kind of thing. So, but running to and not from is really, it comes down to that. That's what quitting comes down to. Quitting just means, I'm no longer running to or working for something. I've changed directions. I've changed my mind, and I'm going the other way.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate. So, but what's fortunate is that we're living proof, and so many others that went before us. Quitting doesn't have to be an option. It can just be what I'm feeling in the moment. Don't let my feelings lead me. Run to God, run to truth, go to the meeting, continue the one day at a time.
Yeah.
Just today.
Yeah.
Let's just do this. Let's just simplify it. Let's just do it for one day.
And there it is. And what you just said is very important. In recovery, we overcomplicate the crap out of everything.
What?
We overanalyze everything. we just don't keep things simple. And when you understand and you have someone in your ear that has a little bit of time and they have a good foundation and they're working the program and they're helping others and they're letting you know that, hey, just sit down for a second. Just take it easy and keeping it simple. What happens is you come back and you sit down and you hear the same thing over and over again. You start to do the program, you start to get involved, and then that commitment level becomes even higher. And then what happens is you don't think about not doing the deal. So I'll leave with this, and that is, if you don't do the deal and you've been in recovery for a little while and you want to go, jails, institutions, or death. Those are the three things that you have to look forward to. Or you can do the other, which is unity, service, commitment, love, compassion, grace, honesty, all these things that the Lord gives, which is the sunlight of the Spirit. It's very important that I understand that. And when I'm talking to you guys, I'm talking to myself. I have to hear this stuff over and over again.
Right.
So
that's right.
I'm grateful to be here, man.
That's right, John.
I am.
Yeah, that's right, man. Boom. I mean, you leave it there and I'll leave it here. Pastor Bob, I'm just going to say Bob. Okay. I'll say Coy. I'll say Pastor Bob Coy. I'll put him out there. He don't mind, I'm sure. He would say, being alone in your head, it's like being in a bad neighborhood. It's like being alone in a bad neighborhood. That's what it's like, being alone in my head. And that's where we go, guys, ladies, gentlemen. It's in my mind. Yeah. There's a battle in between my two ears and voices and things that go on, conversations that nobody hears. And it's not good. We don't go there alone. We got to get it out. We got to talk about it.
Talk about it.
We got to talk about it. So, and that's what we're doing. And
that's what important, man. Talk about it.
Talk about it. Boom.
Well, listen, we are at the end of our show, and gosh, I'm so grateful that if you guys can leave a comment, subscribe, like hit the like button. We really, really would love to hear your thoughts. It's good or bad, it doesn't matter. It just makes us better in what we're doing. So we'd love to hear from you. And once again, Glenn, I love you, man. And bro, I hope you have a great day today.
Yes.
Today's Saturday, and I'm just going to relax with my wife. I might go get a haircut. Who knows? But I'm going to enjoy being with her and just taking it easy.
Yeah. Hey, and
yeah, I'm listening.
Thanks to all the subscribers.
Yes,
we're getting your comments. We're doing our best to get back.
Yes,
we appreciate it. And
Share
man,
with somebody.
It's good to know that it's sticking. That the pasta is sticking to the wall. It's really good stuff. So, much love.
Much love
to everybody.
That's about it.
That's about it, Johnny. Until next time.
Have a good day.